Okay, so this video is just going to be about mine and Leah's collaborative assessment about our song Freedom Forever, which is based on the Eurovision task. So to make a Eurovision song, Leah and I thought that it needs to be able to catch the audience attention, and so in order to do this, we thought of the key aspects, which are simple structure, catchy melody and hook, simple chords, and like cheesy lyrics. Although I think there could have been space for more instruments in our song, I think the simplicity of having only vocals and keys will be able to focus the audience on more of the lyrics and the meaning behind the song. From this, I do think that the lyrics along with the melody are the key aspects of the song because of the memorable and catchy melody, especially in the chorus, and the lyrics, which show the common theme of love and relationships in popular songs these days. Because of this, I think this is what makes it the lead track, and also because our second track, called Arts, which was based on the protests task, that one was a spoken word, and to me that wasn't very memorable, just because it didn't really have a melody or anything like that. It was just spoken. So I do think that this Freedom Forever song is a lot more memorable, and that is why it makes it the lead track. In my opinion, the most memorable thing in Freedom Forever is the melody and the vocal line. It isn't an upbeat song or anything, and it almost feels a bit emotive because of the slow tempo and how the keys are being played. But because of the slow tempo, one might think that like if a song is slow, it has to be like sad and emotional. But the more positive lyrics in the first verse contrast this. My love for you is strong, don't want to let you go now. Which is kind of like confessing the singer's love for someone. So that's a contrasting thing. This song falls under the stereotypical pop song with a theme of love, and I think that it could relate to songs by someone like Adele, especially because of Leah's vocals in this song. They're very powerful, and not just because of that, the chords that I play on keys are very simple. That kind of reminded me of how simple yet effective Adele songs are. So like her really well-known song Hello, and When We Were Young, they always stick in my head. Like, I love those songs so much, and so I thought that. So back to what I mentioned before, we thought that it'd just be like good to have a simple chord and simple melody, just so like it can catch the audience attention, and like they don't have to they're not confused about what they're listening to. So like I mentioned before, the structure of Freedom Forever is simple, with a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, chorus. And like I just said, we did this because it's a straightforward and basic structure that's easy for the audience to follow. We thought it was important to include a pre-chorus to build the music and lyrics up until it reaches the chorus, so like for like a climax and for to catch the audience's attention again. So yeah, sorry. In the first verse, the lyrics start with the person confessing their love for someone, and the pre-chorus, following on from the verse, is also like a positive thing, saying, "You are my strength, my life, and my soul." And then the chorus is describing how free the person feels in this relationship. However, on the other hand, we wanted to create a kind of journey that people have in a relationship, and because we thought in every relationship, it's never really like perfect. There's always going to be some blips and bumps on the way. So we thought in the second verse, it involves, like, we wanted to write so like the person is saying how relationship has started to get a bit more wobbly, and this is reflected in the lyrics. I'm on a tightrope, don't want to fall off, balancing with this relationship, I'm never enough. Giving the lyrics and the song a contrast in mood, from positive to negative. So when we started writing this song, I started off by playing 4 basic chords in A major, which are A, B, B major 7 and D in the verses and choruses. And then in the pre-chorus, I just wrote from the same chord sequence. I just did B major 7, D and E. And then from this, Leah started to make up a melody by following the chords I played. And then she finally just thought of some lyrics, because we were talking about how Eurovision songs are kind of, they're quite cheesy and kind of cliche and stuff like that. So we thought the most common thing that's in a song is about love and relationships. So we thought we'd just write about that. So when I was listening to the song, I noticed that Leah uses prolonged notes in the verses, especially in the first verse when she sings, "My love for you is strong, don't want to let you go, no." The long notes could describe her longing for her lover to stay with her. In the second verse when she sings, "I'm never enough," the slow tempo could reflect her sadness and disappointment in herself. I also thought Leah's vocals develop a lot when she sings "Want to impress you, to be my lover," which is in the second verse. And I thought that this could, because of how powerful her voice gets at this point, this kind of, and the way her voice sounds, this could show a sign of desperation. She wants to show her lover that she wants to show that her love to him. So in addition to this, the dynamics are more shown in the vocals, I think, just because we thought that it was the main part of the song. However, I do think I could have added more dynamics and development in the piano part. So I think that's something to think of next time when I'm writing a song or collabing with someone else. So overall, I do think that we could have included more instrumentation. This is just because the reason why we didn't was because if we thought if we were more skilled with the studio and the software we were using, which was Pro Tools, we definitely could have added drums or guitar and bass and stuff, but we weren't the most confident in the studio and on the software. So that's definitely something to improve on. But however, overall, I do think that we have a solid Eurovision song in our hands, and yeah, and the next part is just Leah. Obviously, she was involved. She's just saying what she's doing.
Hey, I'm Leah, and in the track, I did the vocal line and wrote the lyrics for the song Freedom Feather.